Not even an alternate timeline can save these demigods from the wrath of Pounderman. I traveled into the realm of shadows to conquer the land and find answers about Miquella. Before anyone asked, it was pretty easy getting there. All I had to do was make an entrance into Mogwin Palace. I found a cocoon where a decayed arm fell out and started bleeding. It turned out that Mog was inside the cocoon with Miquella's corpse. I put down that freak and gave Miquella justice. Going through the land of the shadows, I could smell the death from everywhere. I followed Miquella's footsteps into the castle, or in this case, the Theater of the Dancing Lion. The shadows were blocking my way into the tower, so I had to find another way around. The long way around. I went over to Castle Ensis, where I met Relana, who was the disowned sister of Renala. Submission must run in the family because I brought her to her knees, just like her sister and her niece. After leaving the castle, I ran into Dryleaf Dane, who gave me his skills in exchange for a worthy fight. I finally had the tool to do the one thing I've been waiting to do: to pound my enemies properly with these hands. Romana was my next victim, and she was guarding the tree I needed to burn. So I took my partner in crime, my Mimic Tear, and Dryleaf Dane with me to make her choke on her scarlet rot. The tree couldn't be burned because I needed another ingredient, which led me to the Shadow Keep. In there, I learned a shocking revelation.
He plans to use his corpse as the vessel of his king consort.
I realized that Mog wasn't the violator. He was the victim. What have I done? I knew at that moment I would get justice from Mog. First, I needed to rescue the prince locked at the highest room of the tallest tower, Messimer. I felt bad for him because his mother, Marika, robbed him of his glory so I could have it. I decided to give him a fair fight to earn the glory back. I was sending him on a one-way ticket to Pound Town, but he decided to transform. That gave me an excuse to fight dirty, so I brought back my partner in crime to help me finish him off. My goal was to make it to that tower and stop Miquella from taking over the land. His goal was to create an age of compassion by taking everybody's free will. My intentions were more honest. I wanted to dominate the land and the people, whether they feared me or not. After collecting almost every Erdtree fragment and killing all of the legends,
Curse you, Baal!
including the devil himself and the creator of the universe, I squared up against Radon. This was the fight of the ages. With a foe of immense power, I brought him to his knees, but it was a worthy fight. Then Miquella showed up and started fondling Radon, causing them to merge together.
And my promised consort, Radon.
At that point, I already made it all the way to the end, and he broke my #1 rule. So I decided to summon 2 other Tarnished to help me whoop that ass. After all, a kingdom is ruled by a leader, and I required my subjects to prove their loyalty to me in battle. Thanks for the help. I saw some insight into Miquella's life of a better world.
I'll make the world a gentler place.
I'm sure he would have been a great ruler, but I didn't care because I ruled over both lands now, and everybody was going to know it. I made sure to clean up the remaining pest of my lands, including dear old Patches.
I surrender! I surrender! I swear!
Not this time, buddy. Not this time.
It was bound to happen someday. What a shit show.